had to say. I thought it was good. Uh, the biggest thing I enjoyed about it was like I said, like the way they showed high tech stuff while still being Africanish, including some cultural aspects.
All right, well, welcome back to the I See Pixels podcast. This is Anthony.
This is David.
And this week we're going to, a lot of times I think we avoid trying to talk about current events. Well, either we avoid it or we just get to it too late to actually talk about it, get around to talking about it, so it doesn't actually happen. But this week I figured it was relevant to talk about Black Panther, even though everybody is talking about Black Panther. So
we're not unique.
Nope, not at all. But I don't know. But I wanted to talk about it from a design standpoint. We can talk about the other parts, but I don't know. We can talk from the design, give our perspective from a design point of view too. So I don't know. But so I've seen it twice.
Oh, well, you're dedicated to supporting Black people. That's good.
Yes. Yeah. I would go see it a third time, but I don't know.
I only saw it once. I wanted to take my kids to see it, but I have not yet.
Oh. Why?
So, I don't know. I've just been busy. They've been sick. Like, my wife and one of my daughters has been sick basically since Black Panther came out. It's a disease that the white man placed on us just to keep us from seeing the movie.
Oppression.
So you got to stand up, brother.
Yeah.
All right, so it's like the flu or something. I don't know what's wrong with them, but I didn't.
You need to go check on them, or
so let me pause the podcast now and check. No, they're doing better, I guess. We'll see.
Yes. All right. Well,
yeah, they got hit with like some of that smallpox blanket. Anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of blankets, speaking of blankets, I really want one of those border tribe blankets.
I don't even know what that is.
The border tribe.
What was the border tribe? What is that?
The people with the rhinos.
Oh, I didn't know they were called the border tribe. Yeah, I thought that was cool. So I guess we can actually start talking about the topic. I thought that was really cool that they just looked like, they're wearing regular African stuff, but it was actually all techie and had the little wall joint in it, the shield and everything.
I guess we should say there's spoilers in this, but whatever. You had time to see it if you didn't see it. But I thought it was cool. Part of me was kind of a little bit like, what? It's just like, really? The part of me, it just was like, because I didn't see where the tech, where's that shield coming from? Like, I get it, but part of me was just like, y'all just look like you're holding your arm up.
Yeah.
I know that's what they're literally doing, and then they put the thing in there. It I don't know. Something about it just bothered me a little bit. Not a big deal. That was just me, like, just from a design perspective. It's like I wanted something to,
You wanted an actual shield of some sort?
Well, it didn't have to be an actual shield, but it's like
like
why is this stuff coming out of your blanket?
Yeah. The people
that
were
in your blanket, or what's up?
The people that were it's literally a security blanket.
Oh.
See what I did there? But the
Limish tribe. All right, go ahead.
The people that were guarding the real Black Panther guy, like all the Royal Guard or whatever.
The Dora Milaje, the Dora.
The Dora. I don't know what that is, but
the Dora Milaje. That's what
name.
They call the Dora Milaje. Michonne and the rest of the people.
Yeah. The bald head chicks. Yeah. So I thought but their shields were just traditional African type stuff. So.
Well, they didn't have shields.
I thought they did at some point. I remember seeing somebody with a shield. But Yeah. So in general, my thoughts on the movie before we get too far into the design stuff. I thought the movie was good. Uh, I did want to, in some ways, after like thinking back on it, I did want to see more of the reign of Killmonger. It would have been. I would have liked to see that a little bit more. Uh, but other than that, I thought it was a pretty good movie. Nothing
When
stupid happened. I was
you want to see
worried.
him choke more women out or burn more plants.
What?
That's pretty much what he did.
Yeah, he really didn't do anything, and so like that bothered me a little bit because it's like usually, at least in most movies, you see like the hero gets struck down, and then you see the reign of tyranny for a little bit before like the hero comes back. But in this one, like the hero was back all quick. Not a bad thing per se, but I could tell like they were kind of trying to move the story forward and get to the end in some ways. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I thought it was good. It wasn't. I was worried. I guess when I first heard about it, like I was really worried it was going to be like typical movie where all these black people that need a white savior. Like if you ever seen
Any movie.
any movie, yeah, any movie, 12 Years a Slave, any black movie,
Any movie with more black people than white people in it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
because I saw, I'm trying to think of the movie that was the guy that was raised by apes. I forgot his name. I keep wanting to say George of the Jungle, but I know it's not the right one.
Tarzan.
Yeah, Tarzan. That they had a remake of that a few years back, and it was like the white savior thing, and it was like, what? This is unnecessary. But anyway, I was concerned that was going to happen in this movie, but it didn't. And then other than that, I thought it was good. It was exciting, you know.
Yeah.
It was regular movie.
Well, because the white guy in this movie, they I don't know, they basically treated him the way black people get treated in movies.
Well, he didn't die.
Well, no, he didn't die. That was the only thing. But I've heard people talking about it. I was like, well, it's a good thing he didn't die because then it would be like, oh, well, he saved them.
Yeah.
He gave his life for them. But it's like, no, he just flew the thing. He didn't
He was
die.
a-
And it was just like, oh, thanks.
He was a side chick.
Cool, thanks.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was like he kind of played the same role he plays in Sherlock. He's just a sidekick
Yeah.
that like a brunt of jokes and stuff like that. So that was one part I thought was really funny when she called him a colonizer.
Yeah.
And when the one guy was barking at him, he was like, "You do not talk here."
Yeah.
Very funny.
Yeah, that was I was surprised the other guy died so quickly. Claw.
What other guy?
Claw.
Oh, the guy with the arm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With the claw.
It wasn't a claw. It was
well, I
just a
guess it wasn't a
hand
claw.
with like a gun inside.
Yeah. You know what? But watching it a second time, I did pick up on some things. So I picked up at first. I was like, "Where did he get that from?" Because I kept on hearing him hint that's like, "Oh, I got this from the Wakandans or whatever."
He said he stole it from
But he
some
actually-
miners or something.
Yeah, I didn't catch that the first time, but yeah, it was like 'cause, like this is a mining tool kind of thing. And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." Like how they actually placed it somewhere. It wasn't just like, "Oh, somebody just built this for him," kind of thing or whatever. It was like
So what would have been funny if the arm had black skin? That would have like totally given it away.
Oh. Well, it wasn't supposed to, be an arm. I'm guessing it was just like some kind of like thing they use. I mean, I don't think it replaced your arm originally.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, but that would have been interesting if they'd done that. But yeah, I thought. Yeah, that was my thoughts on the movie. How amazing was it to you?
I thought it was good. The first time I saw it, it felt good. When they first get up to the, Warrior Falls or whatever thing, just that whole ride. I feel like this is the thing. Apparently there's like a 4 hour, like, the original was like 4 hours before they edited it. I want to see that. Because I feel like there are things missing or whatever. Like, I feel like that whole ride up to the Warrior thing, that was something else there. Probably the mom did more stuff other than just tell him to scream encouragement at him while he's getting beat up. I don't know, I just feel like there was more to there. So I mean, it's like I wanted to see more of that, but the first time I saw it, I don't know, it just felt good to see that. It was just like, oh man, you feel like you're visiting Africa or something like that. It just felt good to see that. That, and it was just, I don't know, just I guess that's the best way to describe it. It just felt like like you feel a part of it. And then they, I felt even more a part of it because the whole the museum, and they were like, "Oh, this museum in London." I'm like, "No, that's in Atlanta."
Oh,
I've been there a bunch of times. Yeah, because when they ran out, that's like a street I dropped my son off on to go to some art classes. Sometimes it's like, oh, yeah, that's Atlanta.
well, whatever.
But no, but yeah, overall, no, it was
Hmm.
good. And then I wanted to see it the second time because I felt like I was missing some things because there were, watching interviews from the director and like all this kind of stuff, and the things he was saying that he saw, just some of the thought that he put into things, like into the fight scene in the casino and all that, like things that he put in there, and like it was just cool to see all that. And I wanted to see it again just to, you know, see it in action, and so that I'm actually looking for that stuff. So sorry, I know what's happening in the story. I can look for these other little things that I may have missed.
Hmm.
So I don't know. That was cool. Like I mean, like things like color combinations that he was doing, like in the casino, like they have on red, green, and black, like the flag of the diaspora,
Hmm.
African American, whatever, slaves, whatever, ex-slave, whatever it is. But yeah, they have the flag of that. I mean, it was like I appreciated the thought that he put in that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, like little things like that. And then it's like, okay, when they're using their heel, she's using her heel, she's using, it's like femininity used as a weapon. And then, you know, Michonne doesn't like her, all these things like the hair, or she's very traditional. She still uses a spear and all this kind of stuff. She never picks up a gun, all this kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Or even towards the end of the movie when they were all fighting. Remember, they were all fighting
Hmm.
Killmonger, and he was kind of beating them up a little bit. But you know who actually got the weapon away from him?
It was a girl.
Yeah, Nakia, because she wasn't so
Yeah.
traditional.
Well, her weapons were kind of
That
corny,
was,
but yeah.
yeah, it was kind of like, what? But she was able to actually get the weapon away from him because she wasn't fighting like traditionally, like, oh, spear,
Yeah.
thrust. I mean, not that the other girls. I mean, they're tight, but it's just that traditional thing. And he's a dirty fighter, and so it was good because she's a dirty fighter too. So that's why she was actually able to, have an effect.
Hmm.
So I don't know. It's like I kind of wish the sister. It's kind of felt like it's like she did all that, put on her things or whatever. She didn't really get to do much with them.
But she shot him one time and then got thrown to the ground, basically.
Well, she shot two guys
Hmm.
first, and then yeah, it was like it didn't really work too well against him. So it was kind of like, well, I don't know. I kind of wanted to see her do
Hmm.
more with those before she got to
Yeah.
him, but I don't know. She tried.
Yeah, but yeah. In terms of like the design and stuff, I thought, um, yeah, I didn't. I felt like I wanted to see more of the design because, like, even like I remember like when I first saw Star Wars, I always wanted to like see more of the Death Star and more of the Imperial cruisers
All
and
the
all that type of stuff.
ships and all that kind
Because
of stuff.
it's like, what
Yeah.
crap? You threw that, you destroyed it, and we only saw like a couple shots of the inside. I really wanted to see what that looked like, and I felt the same way with this
Yeah.
because, excuse me, uh, you really only saw a couple shots of Wakanda, and I think they maybe even reused the same shot a couple times because there was a shot when he first came in. You see the city, and you're like, "Oh, that's Atlanta," and then there's another shot when near the end when he's walking around the marketplace or whatever. But it's all like close in, so they
Hmm.
never really had to show much. It's just a bunch of people kind of walking around looking ethnic. Um, and then
Yeah.
same like the other shot, only other shot I saw really was when Black Panther guy came back in his little spaceship and he landed and he got out and everybody was standing there. Like that was the only other shot where you really
Yeah.
saw design stuff because all the rest of the time they're in what's the name's lab or they're in the throne room area or they're somewhere else.
Oh. Yeah, in the mountain or something like that. Yeah, that's true. I mean, well, I mean, flying in, you got to see
Hmm.
some of it,
Yeah, but it was
but
just like
I mean, I get
that was
it. I
all
mean, because they would have had to
CG and
build
that
out
was
a
just
whole
like
freaking set for like, they would have to build like a whole set for like
yeah,
what? Because like nothing, none of, they weren't doing
yeah.
anything in the city. I mean, I guess if you showed more of Killmonger's reign or something like that, then you could use more of the city or whatever and have him going around, I don't know, messing with people or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you didn't have a problem with any of the people that live there, like the actual citizens. His problems was what with leadership.
Yeah, but he would have still done something because they would have been like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, like so I didn't. That's another part that's kind of, in my opinion, missing from the movie. Is like you didn't really hear anything from the citizens. The citizens was just out there citizening. They didn't really have any input into what happened.
Yeah, it's like, did any of this affect
Yeah.
them at all? It's like, oh, they fighting up
All
there.
right, we'll be all right. We got all this technology.
Like, no, we're good. But yeah, I don't know. Who do you think, like, who had the best outfit?
Uh, well, non superhero outfit. Hmm. I thought Killmonger's thing was kind of cool because he looked threatening and stuff. But
His after he got the
before
suit
the
or
suit,
before that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I like the look with the mask and
yeah,
all that kind of
yeah, that was
stuff.
cool.
That was a good like combination of
Streetwear and
whole Vegeta
yeah.
thing going on.
But let's see. I thought I honestly the outfits I remember more are like the guards, like it's Michonne, whatever her real name is, her outfit when they were in the club. Because I didn't know that was
Deny,
Michonne.
something. Her name is
Well,
Deny.
I didn't know that was Michonne until somebody told me. It might have been you,
Oh,
but yeah, I
what?
did not know because
Wow.
she didn't have dreads, and I never.
Well, she doesn't got dressed.
Yeah, I know. I found that out too.
You thought
But
those was
yeah, I
real?
didn't. I haven't watched Walking Dead in a long time, but I didn't really know. But out of those two, yeah, I thought their outfits were pretty cool. Like the design wise, and like I thought the main character Chadwick, whatever his name is, I thought his outfits, like when they went to the club, and a couple other times when
T'Challa.
they were just like casually going out, I thought it was cool because it was stylish-ish clothes. It was like fancy clothes, but it still had an African thing to it, and that I appreciate because like a lot of times if you want to wear something African or like harkening back to your roots or whatever, it's
It's the
like, well,
kente
I can
cloth or
wear a
whatever.
dashiki or I can dress like a regular American type person, but there's not much of that in between where I can still have like nice clothes, like a suit, without I'm gonna wear
Yeah.
the dashiki and the little round hat and all that type of stuff. So I like that balance because I think it's cool.
Well, and the dashiki and all that kind of stuff, that's like only one
Right.
part of Africa,
Right, but I mean,
honestly.
it's like that stereotypical
And
thing. Like, okay, you're trying to dress African, dashiki. You're trying to dress like you're from the hood, put on
yeah.
a hoodie. Like I feel like there's more diversity in it, and so that's why I appreciate it because he's obviously African, but still looked like he was going into some kind of professional type situation.
Yeah. Or even when he was in Wakanda, he had on that black like thing or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I would say like him, like the actor going to shows and stuff like after the fact, the stuff been wearing has that
Hmm.
same vibe to it, which I think is tight. It's like I want stuff like that. Like I think one thing it almost looked like it was like a leopard, not leopard, like tiger print jacket,
Hmm.
but it was all black. But it was had like lines and stuff on it. It was like it was I don't know. It was just well, it wasn't like a tiger. It was more like of a design, but it was all black, but just a different
Hmm.
kind of black or whatever. I don't know. Just stuff like that. I always appreciate something subtle like that. It's like I wear like a shirt like that if it was just like a solid color, but the other color is just like subtly
Yeah,
different. That'd be tight.
yeah, I thought that was cool.
We'll have to
Um,
design that.
I like the cars. I'm honestly not a Lexus fan, but I thought the cars were cool. They looked cool, and wasn't Claw, whatever his name is, he was in a Land Cruiser or something,
Oh
or
yeah.
Forerunner. I don't know what it was. It was a car. But I thought that was cool. Do you know if that whole part that was supposed to be in Japan or something was actually in Atlanta
No part
or
in
whatever
South
that was?
Korea.
Yeah.
I think they were actually in
Oh,
South Korea.
okay. But it didn't seem like it needed to be because it was just like your stereotypical alley with the Korean shop and like all that was stereotypical stuff you could shoot anywhere. I feel like
There's not that many Asians in Atlanta.
whatever.
No, I'm just kidding. There are. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because they did some in Atlanta, they did some there, and they did
Hmm.
some in Africa. So You know,
Oh, I didn't know they actually
gotta
shot in Africa. So
go.
clearly, I don't know much about the movie, but I didn't know they
Clearly,
actually shot in Africa because again, a lot of that there was some like I thought one thing I thought was cool design wise was the panther that was coming out the mountain that was kind of at the entry where the dude died at the end. That whole
yeah,
panther that was like carved into the mountain that was really cool to me.
yeah,
And the whole go ahead.
yeah. I like that little. Hmm? That the building too, where like I guess that's like where the the lab and
Mm-hmm.
all that is or whatever. Just the design of that building is just like a cool. And apparently, a lot of the architecture from the movie, like the shape of the buildings and stuff like that, that's like it mimics like architecture and art that you
Hmm.
actually see in Africa. So it's not like they just
Hold
put
on.
some
So I
building in
thought
there.
all of Africa was just people and living in huts. I didn't know they had architecture.
Well, to be fair, some of them buildings had hut
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do
characteristics.
remember noticing that, and I thought that was interesting how they included like some hutchularity with the into the buildings.
Yeah, hutch athletics.
Hutch aesthetics.
Yeah,
Aesthetics is a hard word to say,
yeah,
but yeah.
yeah. But I thought that was cool. Yeah, I mean that's what I mean by like the thought put into it. It's not like they just drew some random building. Somebody came in like make it futuristic, and it looks like
Yeah.
an Apple phone. It's like they don't even look African, But it's like this stuff looked like it could be African. Like I'm not
Well,
gonna
so
sit there and
like
question it.
I
But
don't feel like their spaceships were anything, or whatever those flying devices were anything special. They just flew.
well, the main one, the bottom of it, the where the the thrust and all that comes from,
Hmm.
it's the shape of an African mask.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Yeah, say it again. No, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, at first I didn't think that either, but then I looked at it, I was like, oh,
Hmm.
wait, yeah, because the light, the shapes of it looks like a face.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Because like it's like when when they at the beginning when they rescue those women or whatever from
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Al Qaeda. Um, yeah, when it flew away, you could see that it looked like a African face flying away.
Hmm.
But so I mean, I thought like and I kind of like Shuri's whole get up, that whole thing that she was doing. The only thing that bothered me, I don't know how she can still pick up things with those things on her hand.
Oh, with the little tiger thing or panther
Yeah,
claws. Yeah, I felt
I
like
mean, it
those
looks
were
tight, but I was just like, wait, can you?
those.
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I didn't like
Maybe
them.
she can.
I'm not a
I mean,
fan.
it was it was a start. I mean, the rest of her outfit was tight though.
Yeah, I thought.
I was just thinking, it's like, man, y'all in a hurry, but y'all had time to put like face paint on.
Well, so if you read African history, at least a lot of what I've read about it was basically a lot of those tribes used to fight each other, but the fighting wasn't about killing each other. The fighting was about scaring the other people away so you don't actually have to fight, and also giving them an opportunity to gracefully like bow out and concede.
Hmm.
So that's what all the masks and everything was for, because they would act. Their goal was actually to scare you and hopefully frighten you, and then you just fall back. But we're not trying to kill you because we know we're brothers. We're not going to kill each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, just drop some knowledge. But
Knowledge without context.
that had some kind of relevance. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's part of the thing that bothered me at the end when they were all fighting over nothing.
Yeah,
It was just like, it's just that's why I was so glad the way it ended the way it was, because it was like, what are y'all doing? Like y'all just fighting over what?
yeah, it was kind of a pointless fight.
And then like, what's his name? Just petty. Um,
Who?
Wakabi.
Who's that? Get out guy? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he just. I don't know because I heard some people were talking about it, and then the second time I watched it, I noticed it. It's just like the look that he has right before he blows the
Hmm.
horn.
Well, yeah,
It's
because
like they're
he
losing. He's
just
just
got
like,
gassed up.
I'm doing it.
Because it wasn't that deep, but he got gassed up.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, somebody
Well,
wants
I
to
mean,
fight with me. Let's go."
That was another thing that I felt like they could have, done a little. I mean, I'm sure they probably did more, and they had to cut stuff out. I understand that. I just want to see. I mean, it was. I don't. I mean, it was mentioned, but it wasn't fully established that he was, you know, the husband of Denai.
I knew it
But you forget
because
about
at
it.
some point they there was some interaction between those two, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, yeah, because he pulled her up on the eye beads and was like, "Oh, hey."
The eye beads.
I did like that their technology looked completely different
Yeah, it's not. It's
than.
technology, but it's not Americanized or whatever
Yeah,
technology. That's why I like the robe shield joints because it was like, yeah, we got technology, but we didn't lose ourselves. Because that's one thing I'll say in a lot of movies you see is like when they go high tech, it just becomes like generic high tech, and it's no culture in it. And so I like that they kept some culture in it for the most part, a pretty good amount of culture.
yeah. I mean, because that's all of that stuff like came from real places. Like those blankets, they came from one spot, but like then the design came from another
Mm.
spot. All the people in the different tribes that were around there, those were like, people look like that in different tribes in, Africa, and like it's just like everything was
Mm.
African, like legit. Like it was all just mixed together, but it was all, so I appreciate it. So I mean, no, you're right, because that's just the white man making me think that they need some kind of device to make a shield when all they needed was their blackness
All right.
and their
Stay
blanket.
strong, brother. Stay strong. But I liked that ice the dude that lives in the mountains. His throne room was
Hmm.
cool. But it reminds me of something I've seen before because I've seen some design where they have like the wood
In
on the
Atlanta, no, just
walls.
kidding.
Yeah. I've seen it somewhere in like I don't know, maybe it was some music video or something, but I've seen like the wood like cuz it had the wood hanging on the hanging to create the wall and hanging like
Is it
horizontally
belly?
instead of vertically or whatever. I thought that was cool.
No, I thought his throne room looked better than T'Challa's,
Yeah,
honestly.
his was real basic, and he had mad other people in there, so it was like it wasn't that great.
Yeah, I mean it was nice and all, but I don't know. I just like from a design aspect. It's just like tight with all the wood and just
Yeah,
the
it
view
definitely
behind it
created a
too.
major focal point because everything was pointing at
Yeah,
him. The other one, it was just
yeah,
like he had a nice window and a nice chair, but
yeah.
then it was all I don't remember anything else about it except for the chair and the window behind it.
I'm sure that I bet there's some kind of like thought that went behind
Hmm.
that because it's like in Wakanda it's more like we all get a say and get to
Yeah,
contribute,
yeah,
and then the other place it's not so much.
yeah. But I thought it was good. I like that part. I'm trying to think.
I wonder if there are actually African people like living in the mountains like that,
There are
like
mountains in
in the.
Africa.
Well, yeah, I wonder if people are actually living like.
No, no, no. They're all living in huts.
Oh, okay, okay,
All of them.
okay.
So yeah,
You're right.
that's sad, but whatever.
Probably, I didn't love the Black Panther um
The actual costume.
costumes. Yeah, I mean it was cool and all, but just the CGI stuff. It was just like sometimes it bothered me.
Hmm.
It was a lot.
Well, sometimes it just
Maybe it's
can't look
because I
as
just
good because
couldn't
you
figure
know
out
it's
the.
CGI, so it's like it can't look as good as anything
Yeah,
real.
I think that just the technology bothered
Hmm.
me. It was just like, what? Like, wait, how? I think that's what it was, which once again may be the white man keeping blinding me to the blackness. Anyway, um,
But I mean,
yeah, I don't
I
know.
wasn't like, ooh, I'm
It's
hyped to
like,
see this for his outfit because yeah, his outfit was not because I already seen him in the other movie.
yeah, they're not gonna do a lot to it or
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, well, he made a point to be plain anyway.
Hmm.
Also, well, so you saw his dad was kind of, he accessorized.
What do you mean?
Yeah, his dad
When like he was walking around in the robe under the tree.
before that when they went back in '92
I don't remember what he had on.
when he killed
I
his
don't remember
brother.
what he had on.
He was the Black Panther then, but he had on like the kente cloth action going on. also over the suit,
Oh, I don't remember. I
and he had like the gold trim. He looked like a Cadillac, you know.
I don't remember exactly what he had on then. Yeah, because the brother was just normal. The other dude was just normal. The dude that grew up to be Forrest Whitaker,
Zuri,
whatever his name was.
the Black Panther. No, no, yeah, he had on the outfit,
So,
yeah, but yeah, he had like a cloth. He had like the robe over
oh,
it,
okay. I didn't know that.
and then he had like all the gold trimming everywhere and
Yeah, I feel like if you
over
throw
the
in a
wheel
little extra
wells.
over it, that makes it a little cooler. But that reminds me of something that concerned me. They burnt up all the flowers, so if Black Panther gets killed, it's a wrap. There's no more Black Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, I bet there's more somewhere. I'm sure they'll find more or something like that because, like, I don't know. Apparently, the comics, like his sister is the Black Panther at some point. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff happens, but I mean, it's not like anybody wants to watch anything about any other Black
Yeah,
Panther.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not a real legitimate issue, but it's just like Superman. Like his planet gets destroyed, but people constantly coming up with pieces of kryptonite, like
I
just
know.
randomly.
There's
Oh,
like
I
there's
happen
like
to have some
constantly
too.
there's like yeah, and there's like 6 people that survived. There's like 20 people survived his planet blowing up. It's like what?
I thought I was the last one, but y'all keep coming back, and
Like
all of y'all
nope,
got a piece of
nope.
kryptonite.
It was a bust. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just
But anyway,
no.
uh, yeah, I think that from a design perspective, that's all I had to say. I thought it was good. Uh, the biggest thing I enjoyed about it was like I said, like the way they showed high tech stuff while still being Africanish, including some cultural
Yeah.
aspects. Like the chick's lab, the young lady's lab. I don't know her name. Yeah,
Shuri.
it was just a generic lab to me. I didn't feel like that had a lot of the elements, the cultural stuff. Because like once you went inside that building, in that mountain or whatever, the mines, it was all like generic, futuristic stuff for the most
Well,
part.
well, the stuff, but then on the walls behind them, they had like all kind of African designs on the walls and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, I guess they did. Okay, so I've only seen it once. I forgot a lot of stuff.
Yeah. No, it's like around the staircase. There's like a lot of stuff or
Hmm.
whatever, like on the walls and everything. And I remember like, well, the okay, so the person that designed the stuff, her name is Ruth E. something or other that I just Googled and forgot.
What did she design? Because it was
Um,
some guy who designed the.
she was the she's a costume designer.
Yeah, but there's another guy that helped design some of the stuff too. His name was
The
yeah,
Filipino guy.
I
Yeah,
forgot it. Anthony Francisco. He did like the costumes.
yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I thought it was good. And design wise, I thought it was good.
Oh well, what she was saying about that is like she didn't put her in a lab coat because it was like that's a like
Generic.
an American. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like why? Yeah, like why do you have to wear a white lab coat?
I mean, it's the thing of the man.
But then again, all the other people in the background had on white. So,
I didn't notice any other people in the background, but
yeah, you really got to see it that third time to really pick up on these little subtleties. Well, and then there's just stuff like the crown that the mom was wearing that was 3D printed.
mhm.
Apparently, the dress that Nakia was wearing and Lupita was wearing at the casino was 3D printed.
Hmm.
And that it's like covered in Wakandan letters and stuff like that. Well, because they finished out the Wakandan alphabet for the movie because it's like it's like written on the walls and
Hmm.
stuff like that in the palace and
Yeah, I saw
everything.
something about
So,
somebody actually made a font out of it, so I need to download that.
oh, well, I saw the key for it or whatever, so I could write my name. I can get a tattoo on my face
Yeah, just get it like
of
get
my
it on your
name.
forehead or under your bottom lip.
Yeah. Like I need that glowing. I need the glowing ink.
So you haven't thought about growing your hair out? to look like, or like trimming your dreads on the side and then kind of doing a little swoop with what's left to get the Killmonger bangs,
The cool manga.
the Killmonger bangs.
No, I mean, some every once in a while, I think cut the sides a little bit just to mix it up or whatever. But I don't know. I may trim it though, because sitting on hair isn't fun. So
But I definitely wouldn't be surprised if I see a lot of women trying to pull off the bald head look after this.
oh well, you gotta have
Yeah.
the right head shape.
Yeah, that was at least one of those women that was like the guard. I felt like her head shape wasn't right, or maybe it might have been just that she actually had hair under there and she had like a ball cap in order to do it because her head looked like
I think
kind of big. I was like, wow.
I think they required that you cut it, and I don't think anybody was gonna be like, no.
Yeah.
It was like, nope, cutting it.
You need to
Let's do
cut it.
Yeah. If the girl can do it, I mean, I don't think Rihanna cut it for them, like in that one video, but they cut it anyway.
All right, so thanks for tuning in to this episode of the IC Pixels podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully, we will be back on schedule soon.
You said that last time.
Yeah, that was February, Black History Month, so
Yeah.
I was busy watching Black Panther once.
Yeah.
You had to watch it like 3 times. That took a lot of time out of our schedule, so we couldn't record.
Yeah, you're right.
So, sorry about that. We'll be back again with another episode, hopefully soon, if we think of something to talk about. If you haven't, definitely check out the shop at alienmuffin.com/shop, I think it is, or something like that. Go to our website, you'll see our shop. We have t-shirts and things like that, and sweatshirts and things since it's warming up. So definitely cop something. Also, check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, iTunes. Be sure to like and leave a comment. Let us know that you listened.
Yep.
Do you have a word of the week? Of the episode?
Black Panther.
It is the most beautiful thing when our people work together in Africa, in the motherland. So I had a neighbor that was from Africa and he talked kind of like that. But I'm not good at imitating accents.
Well, hey.
The funny thing about that movie also was like Angela Bassett. Her African accent ain't strong, and she was the most light-skinned person in the movie. Her accent was slipping.
Well, I can give credit to. I have to give her. Well, I guess not her. Whoever did her dreads.
Yeah, they look cool.
Yeah, very realistic dread representation. Because usually they're not.
It was definitely better than like what's his name, the 8 Mile guy.
Oh yeah, I mean they're always terrible. They're always terrible. I mean,
Yeah, and then I felt
aren't
like
great either.
I don't know if Lupita's hair is real or not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't be keeping up with her.
Yeah.
And then the main character, if he had dreads, that would have been interesting, but he wouldn't have been able to wear the mask or something. I don't know. Yeah, I thought
Killmonger had dreads, so
yeah. I don't know what those were. That was all questionable.
And he found somebody to braid his hair also.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't know. His hair was real questionable.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna catch too many. Well, I don't know. You never know. You'll see somebody wearing their hair like that. It won't be me.
There's 100% somebody walking around Atlanta right now with their hair like that.
I'm gonna say 150%.
Yeah. They're probably at the High Museum right now, looking for the African art in a denim jacket.
Yep.